Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This is your Night 2 results for WrestleMania video. WrestleMania 36 kickoff pre-show for Night 2 opened up from the TV studios with Corey Graves and Peter Rosenberg. They talked about how the Boneyard match went from Night 1. They went to hype tonight's matches from Sunday's matches. We get a discussion and preview for the Firefly Funhouse match. Tonight's fatal 5-way for the SmackDown Women's title match. It was 6, dropped down to 5 somehow. We got a video package for tonight's WWE Women's title match. NXT Women's title match. There's another break and come back to Raw Tag Team Champions Street Profits backstage. They're hyped up for tonight's match. Angelo Dawkins flirts some with Charlie Caruso, who isn't there. He tells her Angel Garza isn't the only Lothario on Raw. Montez Ford says WrestleMania is up and they want to smoke. Grace and Rosenberg talk about tonight's title defense. They look back at Night 1 again and they send us to the WWE Performance Center. Your only match for the pre-show, Natalya versus Liv Morgan. Tom Bellas welcomes us to Night 2 of the WrestleMania 36 from the Performance Center. Joined in by Byron Saxton and Natalya makes her way out. Liv Morgan went out next as Mike Rome does the introductions. The men meet in the middle of the ring for a handshake, but Natalya yanks Liv to the mat in a headlock. Liv tries for a pin attempt. They break and Natalya taunts Liv some. They lock up and trade holds. Natalya with a 2 count. They break again and have some words. And then again, Natalya takes Liv back down. More back and forth. Natalya with a surfboard submission. Liv screams out as the referee checks on her. Morgan comes back with a 2 count and a shot to the face. Morgan counters Natalya again and drops her over her knees for a 2 count. Morgan drops Natalya back in the back against the ropes. Liv charges and they tangle. Natalya counters and slams Liv face first for another close 2 count. But Natalya argues with the referee about the count. Natalya goes for the sharpshooter, but Liv rolls her into a 2 count. Liv within insecurity. Natalya catches Liv off the ropes, but Liv counters that. The trade roll-ups on the mat. Liv gets a roll-up. The counts for the pin. And win. After the match, Liv stands tall and has her arm raised as the music hits. WrestleMania 36 Night 2 kicks off with Chief Brand Officer Stephanie McMahon. Woman goes back. She gives a message similar to the one from Night 1, but much shorter. She sends us to a pirate-themed video package. I guess there wasn't any American Beautiful or anything like that. Live from the taped from the empty Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, Winter Park. The host, Rob Gronkowski, welcomes us. He hypes the show and sends us to the ring. NXT Women's title match first up. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I was having problems for the first hour of the event. During the first match itself, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, we go right to the ring and Charlotte comes out for the opener. Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton are on commentaries. We should get a video package showing what led to his match. NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley was out next. We got formal ring introductions from Mike Rome. After the second hour, because I was watching it till almost midnight, as I was trying, it wasn't even fast forwarding. You had to watch it live and then go back. I had to reboot my computer 2 or 3 times just to even get that much and try a different browser. It was weird. Well, the bell rings and they go at it. Flair takes Ripley down first and mocks her. They lock up again and trade holds. Flair drops Ripley by her leg and goes for the figure 4. Ripley kicks her away and asks if she's kidding. Flair ends up taking Ripley to the corner. Ripley comes right out of the corner and gets in Flair's face. Flair shoves her and unloads with big chops. Flair goes upside down in the corner and Ripley nails a big boot. Got a tree of woe. Ripley with a riptide in the middle of the ring, but Flair kicks out too. Flair rolls to the floor for a breather. Ripley declares, "This is her ring." Flair meets the count, and Ripley goes out after her. Ripley ends up dropping Flair from the apron and working her over on the floor. Flair fights back. They come back in and Ripley drop kicks her. Ripley beats Flair around and talks trash. Ripley with more offense and a 2 count in the middle of the ring. Ripley kicks Flair several times while she's on her knees. Ripley with a body scissor and hair grabbing. Cat fight. Flair resists and tries to fight free. Flair uses the ropes on Ripley and stomps away. Focusing on her knee again. Flair yells at Ripley and taunts her. Ripley kicks, but Flair catches it and drives the knee into the mat some more. Ripley counters and swings at Flair's face. Ripley screams out about her knee hurting. Flair continues to focus on the leg. Ripley kicks free, but Flair slams the leg to the mat again. Flair slaps Ripley again and slams her knee against the ring post as the referee warns her. Flair wraps the leg around the ring post once again. Ripley blocks it this time. They'll go back in, and Flair takes the knee out from behind. The referee says he can stop the match, but Ripley wants to continue. Flair continues focusing on the knee and yelling at Ripley as the referee warns her. Ripley counters a move and rolls Flair up for a 1 count. Flair goes right back to working on Ripley while smiling. Ripley slams Flair face first to the mat. Ripley is still clutching her knee. Flair says she never stops or gives up. Ripley fights back to her feet. Flair keeps hitting her with strikes. Ripley does the same, but her leg goes out to one knee. Flair with a huge chop. Ripley ducks the chop, delivers knee strikes in the face. The trade counters and Ripley connects with the 2 kicks. Ripley drop kicks Flair, and her knee goes out again. Ripley with a short arm clothesline. More back and forth. Flair goes up top, but Ripley rocks her. Ripley gets Flair on her shoulders and then drops her face first into the mat for a close 2 count. Flair rocks Ripley with a big right hand in the corner. After more offense between the two, Flair misses a stop on the leg, and Ripley nails another elbow. Ripley goes up top, hits a missile drop kick for a 2 count. Ripley shows frustration. Ripley runs into another boot. Flair continues working on the leg. Ripley tells the referee to shut up as he checks on her again. Flair keeps going for the leg, but Ripley takes her down and stomps away. Ripley finally gets the standing clover leaf submission applied. Flair gets free and turns it back around, dropping Ripley. Flair goes for the figure 4, but Ripley kicks her several times. The trade pin attempts, and Flair applies the Boston Crab. It's broken as they trade more holds and pin attempts. Flair stomps away until Ripley jumps up and nails a big boot for a 2 count. They're both down on the mat now, showing frustration. Ripley unloads in the corner. Trade more big strikes in the corner. Ripley takes Flair to the top and rocks her. Ripley climbs up and pounds on Flair. Ripley tries for the superplex, but Flair resists. Flair slams Ripley to the mat from up high. Flair goes for the big moonsault, but Ripley gets her boots up for a shot to the face. Flair gets up and charges with a spear for a close 2 count. More back and forth action, but Flair goes for the figure 4, but Ripley rolls her up for a 2 count. Flair goes for it again, and this time gets the figure 4 locked in. They trade shots while on the mat, and then Flair bridges into the figure 8, but Ripley's hanging on. But she can't sustain the pain, and finally taps out for the finish. Wearing her new NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. After the match, Flair sits up, takes the title as the music hits. We go to replays. Flair poses with the title as her music hits. Ripley looks on from the mat. Back from the break, we get a look back at night 1 of WrestleMania 36. What a downpour. As Flair takes a lower belt. Next up, lower division belt. Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. And by the way, this is her second time with the NXT title. Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. We go back to the ring. Out first comes Aleister Black wearing new horn entrance attire. Bobby Lashley was out next with Lana. Black and Lashley lock up to start the match. They break up and lock up again. Lashley shows Black away. They go to lock up again. They tangle and Lashley stands Black on the mat. Lashley goes for a bear hook, but Black fights him off. They end up on the floor. Black misses a moonsault to the floor. Lashley with an overhead belly to belly on the floor. Lana claps for her temporary husband. Lashley beats Black around the ringside area into the barrier. Lashley brings him back in the ring and keeps Black grounded. Black fights up but Lashley rams him into the corner. Lashley with a thrust. Lashley takes it to the opposite corner and continues beating on Black. Lashley charges into the corner and hits a swinging neck breaker. Black fights out of a suplex, but Lashley lifts him up for it again. Black gets to the apron and rocks Lashley. Black goes to the top, but rolls through on a knee. Lashley catches Black with a power slam for a 2 count. Lashley uses the middle rope as the referee warns him. Lana looks for a cheap shot, but doesn't get it. Lashley with a suplex for a 2 count. Lana yells at the referee from the floor. Lana yells at Lashley to finish Black as he was going for another move. But then he goes for a spear, but Black cuts him off and with a big knee for a 2 count. Black unloads with strikes now. Lashley keeps fighting. Black sweeps Lashley and nails a running knee to send Lashley out. Black goes up top and hits a big moonsault to the floor. Black brings Lashley back into the ring, but Lashley nails a running crossbody and a clothesline for a 2 count. Lashley scoops Black on his shoulders, but Lana gets on the apron and screams at Lashley to hit the spear again. To hit the spear instead. Lashley puts Black down and goes for the spear, but Black meets him with the Black Mass. Actually, one kick and then a spinning kick for the Black Mass for the pin and the win. After the match, Black stands tall as immediate place. Lashley is frustrated as he and Lana stare each other down. We go to replays. Black makes his exit, stopping on the stage to turn back and look at the ring. Kayla is backstage with SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley and Sasha Banks. Bayley said tonight's title defense is unfair. Kayla keeps asking about the match and how she has to face her best friend. And Bayley says she's just like everyone on Twitter. Bayley ends the interview and walks off. Kayla stops Sasha and asks her how bad she wants to be SmackDown Women's Champion. Banks says, we'll just have to wait and see. And walks off. We see what just happened with the WWE 24/7 title and how Mojo Rawley cheated friend Rob Gronkowski to win it from R-Truth on night 1. Gronk is on the perch with Charlie Caruso now. He says he wouldn't mind winning the 24/7 title before the night is over. Otis versus Dolph Ziggler. What's up next? We go back to Michael Cole's and 2020 Hall of Famer JBL commentary. Cole shows us a video package that led to the match. Dolph was out first with Sonya Deville. Otis was out next by himself. He rushes the ring and Ziggler goes out to the floor with Deville. Otis overpowers Ziggler to start the match. Otis unloads until Ziggler super kicks Otis, knocking him out to the floor. Ziggler goes out at the 5 count and sends Otis into the ring post. Ziggler brings Otis back in to the ring for a 2 count. Ziggler keeps control and slams Otis by a chin lock. Ziggler super kicks Otis, but he can't put him away. Ziggler with more offense in the neck breaker. Ziggler with more offense before grounding Otis in the middle of the ring with a scissor hold. Deville cheers on Ziggler from the floor. Otis fights up and out of a hold. Ziggler kicks Otis. Otis catches him and launches him into the second turnbuckle. Otis with more offense. Otis dances around and rocks Ziggler with more strikes. Otis dances on the ropes, but turns around to a right hand. Otis levels Ziggler with a pair of clotheslines. Otis scoops Ziggler and slams him in the middle of the ring. Otis stands on Ziggler's back to keep him from crawling out. Otis whips Ziggler hard into the corner, and he goes down. Otis with another big whip into the corner, and the third as Otis continues to dominate. They go to the floor, and Otis launches Ziggler into the barrier. Otis sends Ziggler into the ring post now. Otis brings it back in and hits a version of the compactor. More back and forth. Deville ends up getting involved. The finish sees what's her name come out and slap Deville. Deville gets in the ring. Rose hits a low blow to Ziggler. Otis hits the caterpillar for the pin and the win, as the referee didn't see it. Otis wins the match. After the match, Otis celebrates with Rose, finally getting the kiss from her, as she kisses back. We get a video package for the next match. Last man standing match, Edge versus Randy Orton. The match of the night. We got the ring out first, comes WWE Hall of Famer Edge. Tom and Byron back on commentary. Randy Orton was out next. Orton's music hits and he appears out of nowhere, wearing all black. It hits the RK out of nowhere to drop Edge. The replay shows Orton was disguised as a cameraman at ringside. Orton is in his gear now. The referee tells Edge if he can get to his feet, then they will start the match. Edge finally gets up and the bell rings. Edge swings, but Orton dodges it and drops him with another RKO as the referee counts. Orton taunts Edge while he's down. Edge gets up at 9 and stumbles out to the floor. Orton grabs the camera and decks Edge with it, sending him over the barrier. Orton beats Edge through the WWE Performance Center into the gym area. Edge keeps getting up, but finally drops Orton with boots while hanging from a piece of equipment. Not going to say it, but that's kind of like how Benoit killed himself, supposedly. Around the neck. Standing on a chair, and the chair ends up on the outside the door. Not going to run. The referee counts them both down now. They get up and trade shots. Edge drops Orton. Brawl continues through the gym of the Performance Center. Edge drops Orton and taunts him while he slowly gets back to his feet. Orton counters and sends Edge into the wall. Edge dodges the shot and gets back to fight. Edge slams Orton face first into an equipment box. Orton is selling an elbow injury. They fight into another production area as Orton yells at the cameraman to move. Orton fights back in a narrow hallway. Edge blocks a shot into the garage door. Then slams Orton face first into it. The referee counts again. Orton gets up, but Edge slams him back into the door again. Orton goes back to the main ring area now. They trade shots on the platform where the tall LED boards with the WrestleMania graphics are standing. Orton tosses Edge from the platform into the barrier at ringside. Referee counts again while Orton recovers. Edge is back up at the 9 count. Edge dares Orton to bring it. Orton unloads with punches and kicks, shots into the barrier. Edge stumbles around and falls back down. They fight back into another hallway towards the area with the main offices. Orton slams Edge into a plexiglass window as he goes back down. They did the same segment on NXT a few weeks back with Gargano and Ciampa. Edge gets back up and Orton sends him into the wall again. They're in the same large office that Tommaso Ciampa. I just said that. And Johnny Gargano brawled weeks ago with a long steel disc. Tables. And these are not your normal tables. They are made out of granite, about 4 inches thick. Edge sends Orton into it and then into the wall. Orton goes back down and gets up to more punishment. Edge tosses Orton on top of the long comfort table. Again, like I said, it's granite. They don't give much, but they will break. Edge swings himself from the ceiling, which he's already close to due to the height of the table. Using it to drop a big elbow drop to Orton on top of the table. Edge beats Orton while they're both standing on the floor again now. They fight back into the hallway. A cameraman goes down. They fight out into another area, a storage facility. Another cameraman runs over. There are ladders standing where they're brawling now. Edge knocks Orton into a few ladders and slams him face first into one. Orton stumbles away from Edge, still clutching his arm. Edge follows, but Orton kicks him and clubs him down. Orton slams Edge into a storage cart. Orton continues beating Edge around a bunch of production cases and storage cart. If you played the video game, you know the backstage area. Everything is there. Edge tries to use a steel chair, but Orton throws him away. Orton sends Edge face first into a piece of steel. The referee counts as Orton looks around for items to use. Edge makes it up just before the 10 count. Orton goes right back to work. Edge turns it around again and beats Orton through the area in the back. Edge finally puts Orton through a table after diving from several feet up. The elbow hits and they both are down. Orton slowly gets up first, but Edge is almost there as well. Both men get up at the 8 count. Edge strikes first. Orton takes control into another area. Edge barely makes it back up. Orton beats Edge against the truck now, then rolls him onto the covered bed of the truck. Orton puts Edge on the very top of the truck cab and nails the draping DDT onto the covered bed. The referee counts, but Edge makes it up. Edge climbs up on top of the stack of production cases next to the truck. Orton is still down on the covered bed of the truck. Trying to recover, Edge is on top of an NXT box truck now, higher than the stack of production cases. On top of an 18-wheeler, Orton is climbing after him. Orton and Edge and the referee are all on top of the box truck. Orton charges for a punt kick on top of the truck, but Edge leaps at him with a spear. Orton is in pain as the referee counts. Orton gets up at 9. Edge goes for another spear, but Orton connects with an RKO. Edge makes it back up at 9, but collapses as soon as he does. Orton is back up on the floor now. Back down on the floor. Orton is bringing 2 steel chairs to the top of the truck now, where Edge and the referee still are. Orton comes up and nails a steel chair shot over Edge's back. Orton gets down in Edge's face and talks some trash. Orton is ready to send Edge back to his family with a concerto. Orton places a chair under Edge's head. Orton goes to slam the other chair over Edge's head, but Edge jumps up and applies a submission, the same one he used on MVP recently. Edge brings Orton down on top of the truck with a chair under Orton's head. Orton looks to be knocked out now. The referee counts, and Edge gets back to his feet. Edge looks to get a little emotional as he stands over Orton, who is still barely moving. Edge swings the chair and delivers the concerto. Edge stands tall over Orton as the referee counts. Orton is in bad shape. The referee keeps counting and makes it to 10 to finish the match. Winner of the match, Edge. After the match, Edge stands tall as the music plays. He drops to his knees in front of Orton and puts his head against Orton, apparently whispering something to him. We'll go to replays. Edge continues recovering as his music plays. Back from a break, we'll see several people chasing 24/7 champion Mojo Rawley into the ringside area. It looks like mostly enhancement talents ganging up on Mojo. We see Rob Gronkowski on the perch inside the Performance Center. He leads off and takes everyone down that covers Mojo to become the new 24/7 champion. That's the part I didn't get to see. Not much more than that anyway, so. Raw Tag Team title match, Austin Theory and Angel Garza versus Street Profits. Back from the break, out comes NXT superstar, Austin Theory. And Angel Garza was Zelina Vega. Theory is replacing the injured U.S. champion, Andrade. And by the way, shouldn't his 30-day non-compete, he should be stripped of the title? A new tournament come up, I'm just saying. So he had his 30 days suspension, comes back, and he hasn't had a title shot. I'm just saying. Street Profits were up next. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. They stopped to dance on top of the announce table before hitting the ring. Dawkins and Theory starts off the match. Dawkins was overpowered to take control early on. Ford is hyped up on the apron. Ford tags in for the double team. Nailing a big drop kick. Angel runs in and gets double team. Profits unload on both opponents, sending them both out to the floor. Dawkins goes back to work on Theory in the ring. Theory sends Dawkins out. Garza with a cheap super kick as Theory had the referee distracted. Garza and Theory mock their opponents. Now as Vega cheers them on. Theory works over Dawkins now. Garza tags in for the double teaming and knees in the corner. Garza sections his pants off, tosses them at Dawkins and blocks him for a 2 count. Theory comes back in and drops Dawkins for a 2 count. More back and forth between both teams for the next few minutes. In and out of the ring, Garza with a close 2 count to Ford after a moonsault for the second row. Vega is furious about the count. Ford blocks the wing clipper and drops Garza. Dawkins tags in, but they double team him. Theory slams Dawkins, but Ford flies from up top and takes Theory down with a big frog splash. Dawkins takes advantage and covers for the pin to retain. Winners, Street Profits. After the fairly quick match, Profits stand tall with their arms raised. Music hits and we go to replays. Garza and Theory attack the champions after the ring, beating them down. Dawkins is sent out while they double team Ford in the middle of the ring. They hold Ford while Vega delivers a big kick to the face. Vega with another kick to Theory. NXT's Bianca Belair hits the ring to defend her husband. She unloads on Vega while the champs take Theory and Garza out to the floor. Belair works Vega over and drops her on the middle of the ring. with the KOD. Belair stands tall in the middle of the ring with her hair swinging. As her music hits, Ford and Dawkins return to the ring, grab their titles, and celebrate with Belair. We go to replays of Belair and Vega, and the champs celebrate with Belair on the shoulders now. Titus O'Neil appears on the perch and says he's the new WrestleMania 36 host, now that Gronk is unable to host. Fatal 5-way elimination match for the SmackDown Women's title match. Sasha Banks versus Naomi versus Lacey Evans versus Tamina versus Bayley. Well, Dana Brooke was supposed to be in this match. Well, I guess she was removed. So there you go. As she was quarantined. Back from the ring, we go to the ring. Out first comes Sasha Banks, followed by Lacey Evans. Tamina was out next, followed by Naomi. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley was out last. The bell rings and everyone sizes each other up. Bayley and Sasha strike Tamina first, but get knocked off. Well, normally when the champion comes out last, the champion retains. Well, we'll just see. Naomi and Evans do the same. Tamina knocks them away as well. All four attack Tamina now, but she powers her way out. And this is an elimination match, very much like the Elimination Chamber. Tamina with her right hands for the other competitors now. Tamina drops Evans with an elbow to the nose. Naomi grabs Tamina's leg, but Tamina drags her into the ring, and Evans takes Tamina's knee down. Bayley and Sasha with double drop kicks to Tamina. Tamina gets kicked out of the ring now. Sasha seems to be helping Bayley early on. Naomi and Evans team up against Banks and Bayley now, getting the upper hand. They hit double drop kicks and go for the pin at the same time. They avoid the elimination and end up on the floor. Evans and Naomi go at it in the ring. Tamina comes in and drops him. Tamina levels Bayley and Banks in the ring now. Tamina launches Evans across the ring. Tamina launches Naomi into the corner. Naomi running splash to Evans and Naomi at the same time, but she can't get the pin. Get the pin. Tamina with more offensive and pin attempts on Evans than Bayley. Tamina scoots Bayley, but Banks saves her. Banks and Tamina with kicks to Evans. Naomi, Banks, and Tamina stare each other down. Tamina offers her fist for some teamwork and a team bad reunion. They join her, but she super kicks Banks. Naomi and Tamina go at it now. Naomi counters with a stunner for a 2 count as Evans comes back in. Evans with a standing moonsault on Tamina. Naomi tries to take the pin, but Tamina overpowers them both. Sasha with a 619 to Tamina. Bayley with a big flying elbow to Tamina. Banks with a frog splash to Tamina right after. Evans with a moonsault to Tamina. Naomi with a split leg moonsault to Tamina. They all pile on top of Tamina and eliminate her with a pin. Evans and Naomi baseball side Banks and Bayley to the floor. Bayley takes Evans down on the floor and sends her into the ring steps. Bayley drops Naomi on the floor as well. Bayley brings Naomi back in and works her over. While talking trash, Banks rolls back in and helps Bayley with Naomi. Naomi ends up fighting them off. Bayley blocks a rear view, but Naomi turns it into a stunner. Banks eats a rear view. Naomi fights off Bayley and Banks again. Naomi with a 2 count on Bayley, on Banks. Naomi ends up tapping out to the Banks statement. Banks and Bayley take turns on Evans now. Banks gets dropped and sits to the floor. Bayley takes control of Evans and rolls her up for a 2 count. Banks comes back in and has words with Bayley over what happened when Banks got sent out. Evans rocks Banks with a woman's right to take advantage. Evans pins Banks and Banks is eliminated. So you're down to 2. Bayley and Evans go at it. Bayley with a small cut on her nose. Bayley manhandles Evans some and drives an elbow. Evans fights back, but Bayley keeps control. Evans with a clothesline out of the corner. Evans with a kick and a neck breaker. Bayley tries to tie Evans' arm to the top with a tag rope. Bayley unloads in the corner and talks some trash. Evans fights free and beats Bayley down. Evans drops Bayley and goes to the top for a moonsault. She nails it, but Bayley kicks out. Evans can't believe the kick out. Evans goes on, but Banks runs in, back in the ring to drop Evans with a backstabber. Bayley takes advantage and pins her to retain. After the match, Banks brings the title back in the ring as Bayley recovers while her music hits. Banks raises Bayley's arm in the middle of the ring. We go to replays. So they stay together as best friends. Bayley talks trash to the announcers and poses into the corner as Banks makes her exit and watches from the floor. We get video effects for the next match. Firefly Funhouse match. John Cena versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. We go back to the ring. Out first comes John Cena. Cena's entrance is quickly interrupted by Firefly Funhouse field. Bray Wyatt appears at the Firefly Funhouse. He talks about how another realm exists filled with monsters and others. Wyatt addresses Cena and says he's about to face his most dangerous opponent yet, himself. Wyatt welcomes us to the Firefly Funhouse. Cena is now in the Funhouse. He spots Abby the Witch, and then the Rambling Rabbit pops up. All puppets are ringside. Rabbit says Wyatt went that way, through that door. He tells Cena to be careful. Cena opens the door and enters. Cena is somewhere dark now. The evil devil boss puppet appears, looking like Vince McMahon. He tells Cena to prove that he has this and that, or he's fired. Wyatt is in the ring now. We see flashes from Cena's debut with WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle years ago. Wyatt repeats the promo Angle cut that night. Cena comes out wearing his prototype gear. Coming out from behind the large SmackDown fist, Cena enters the ring, and Wyatt asks what makes him think he can hang with Wyatt. Cena says ruthless aggression. He keeps swinging and keeps missing as Wyatt taunts him. Cena chases Wyatt out of the ring. Evil Boss and Mercy the Buzzard on commentary as we see a Saturday night's main event intro now. We see the fitness gym bro version of Wyatt now. He's cutting an old school WWF promo, introducing his tag team partner, who is Cena, lifting weights like it's nothing. Wyatt calls him Johnny Large Meat, or something like that. Cena rages with the dumbbells like they're paper. Abby is impressed, as is Wyatt. Cena can't lift his arms now. Wyatt channels his inner Hulk Hogan, and Cena is back in front of the SmackDown fist now. His Word Life theme starts back up. Cena's wearing the Dr. Tucker Thomas gear, and he brought back WrestleMania last year. Wyatt is back in the ring. Cena hits the ring and can only speak and rhyme. He warns Wyatt to run. Wyatt gets emotional and talks about how he's had to earn everything and had to take it from him. But Cena's chances are unlimited. Wyatt says Cena is not here. He's not a hero. He's a bully, a horrible person who takes the weaknesses of others and turns them into jokes. He says Cena would do anything for fame. Congratulations, Cena. You're the man now. Poor, lonely John Cena. Wyatt says this is Cena's last chance now. The floor is his. Cena rhymes some more and charges into the corner, but Wyatt moves. Cena turns back around, looking for Wyatt, and Wyatt drops him with the right hand. We see the very first version of Bray Wyatt now, sitting at his home in somewhere like the Florida swamp. We see flashes of their WrestleMania match 6 years ago as Wyatt goes on with his promo. He tells Cena to run. They jump back into the ring, and the old version of Wyatt attacks Cena. Wyatt kisses Cena on the head and goes for Sister Abigail, but Cena slides out. Wyatt says that's not enough to end it. But this is. Cena grabs a chair from Wyatt. Wyatt goes to his knees and puts his hands up. He says Cena made the wrong choice 6 years ago, so fix it now. Cena swings the chair and Wyatt is gone. Remember last week when AEW when Matt Hardy did his magician trick? Well, then we see WCW Monday Night Show graphics flashed out. Wyatt is in the ring wearing a Wolfpack NWO shirt, and he channels Eric Bischoff, who is shown several times in the matches. And Wyatt, as Bischoff, introduces Cena, who is supposed to be the Hulkster, wearing the NWO black and white shirt. Cena comes out to the Hollywood Hogan music, wearing a black and white NWO shirt. Cena ends up beating Wyatt down. We see more flashes of Cena's career. He keeps swinging, but now we see it's no longer Wyatt. He's hitting. It's Husky the Pig. The Fiend appears behind Cena. Cena turns around. The Fiend ends up dropping him with his Sister Abigail. The Fiend applies mandible claw and holds him down. We hear their laughter as Wyatt appears to count a pin. The Fiend stands tall and holds his arms out. Like he's got the whole world in his hands. His old gimmick. After the match, cut back to the new host, Titus O'Neil. Titus is shot, and he says he has no idea what just happened, what he just saw. That's the end of whatever that was. Back with right, we see the video package for tonight's main event. WWE title match, Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar. We go to the ring for tonight's main event. Out comes the challenger first, Drew McIntyre. Out next to WWE Champion Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman. We get formal ring introductions from Mike Rome. The bell rings and Lesnar nails a kick to start the match. Lesnar rounds Drew back in the corner and unloads. Drew nails a Claymore out of nowhere for a close 2 count. Drew backs up and waits for Lesnar to recover. Lesnar dodges the Claymore kick and hits a big German suplex, the first one. Lesnar goes for another German suplex, but Drew fights him back. Lesnar hits another German suplex. As my feed comes back in at that point a few times, Lesnar with another German suplex. That's 3 or 4 German suplexes. Lesnar goes on, and Drew manages to kick out at a 1 count somehow. Lesnar gets frustrated. Even looks like a surprise. Lesnar scoops Drew, and Drew drops him with a... Lesnar scoops Drew up and drops him with a F5 in the middle of the ring. Still, Drew kicks out at 2. Lesnar can't believe it. Lesnar delivers another F5, but Drew kicks out. Heyman screams that Drew can't keep kicking out. Lesnar is heated. Lesnar goes for another F5, but Drew nails a second Claymore with a third Claymore and yells at Lesnar some more. Drew then nails a 4th Claymore kick and wins the title. After the match, Drew stands tall. As the music hits, he raises the WWE title in the air as we go to replays. Drew goes to his knees with clutches the title after looking down at Lesnar, who is still on his back. Drew hits the corner to pose with the title and continues celebrating. Night 2 of WrestleMania goes off the air at that point, and Drew is your new WWE champion. Thank God we're going to have a fighting champion. And that concludes my results for WrestleMania 36. See you one of them. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters. If you don't know, just, yeah. And that's the bottom line, because Kurt Dog said so.